Welcome into the Cowboys Report, presented today by Roan. Their commuter collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. I'm rocking one of their polos, by the way. Very comfortable. You can get 20% off your order at roan.com/chatsports when you use promo code chatsports. More on them later on in today's show, but we begin with some free agent targets for the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott's contract is now off the books. So the Cowboys have over $20 million in salary cap space they can choose to spend if they want to. The Cowboys have roster spots open, one of them almost assuredly earmarked for a kicker. So the Cowboys can make moves whenever they want to, if they want to. But they also like to save money for extensions that are likely going to be coming potentially as soon as around training camp. So will the Cowboys sign any more players of note? I think they will. Probably in camp, I think they will make some moves. What do you think? 1 for yes, 0 for no. Sound off in the comment section. We're actually going to begin with the player whose release freed up a bunch of salary cap space. That is Ezekiel Elliott, as even Cowboys.com still writing about the possibility of Zeke returning to Dallas. I think there's about a 1% chance. Never say never with Jerry in charge, but unless there's just no interest at all and the young guys in the running back room do not emerge, and if Zeke's unsigned come, training camp, mid-training camp-ish, maybe then it could start to make some sense. I'm sure the quarterback would appreciate that, but that's why you don't let the quarterback make all the decisions. The release of Elliott had to happen. He was too expensive. And I don't think he's found his market to be what he was hoping it would be, which is understandable. But when you average about 4 yards per carry for 3 years in a row, replacement level numbers, if not a bit below that, there's not going to be a long line of teams lining up to get you in the building. The Cowboys are right to make Tony Pollard their lead back. Sounds like he's going to be good. As we'll get into more in depth, though, in a little bit, the depth is still a question mark. We'll go through some other running back free agents here in a minute. But I want to see what Deuce Vaughn, what Ronald Jones, what Malik Davis, what Rika, even what Hunter Lipke could potentially do as a fullback H-back hybrid. I want to see those young guys get their shot. If they struggle in camp, though, it could make some sense to revisit a veteran, which could potentially, if unlikely, include Ezekiel Elliott. So do you want Zeke back on the Dallas Cowboys? Y for yes, you do. N for no, you do not. This is today's pinned comment. So if the potential YouTube ad break comes up here, cool, ignore the ad break. Head down to that pinned comment, type in Y for yes or N for no. 4 other veteran free agent running backs I want to discuss here in the same vein. Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, Darrell Henderson, and Kenyan Drake. Fournette's been linked aplenty in recent weeks and months since the Bucs cut him, but I was unhappy with Zeke averaging 3.8 yards per carry. I know the Bucs offensive line was even worse. Fournette averaged 3.5. That's really bad. And he had a good 2021. Playoff Lenny was real too. But 3.8, 4.5, 3.5, that's 2 years of really bad production. I'm unconvinced there's that much left in the tank. Kareem Hunt, the same, 3.8 yards per carry. Not the best production from that. There is some pass catching value there. I just worry, and I think this is why he's unsigned, NFL teams get scared of old backs because they fall off and they fall off quickly. And last year, Hunt fell off. Darrell Henderson. Hey, why not just make the Memphis Tigers backfield from a few years ago the Cowboys backfield, right? Reunite Henderson with Tony Pollard. He flashed in 2020, 2021, and then kind of faded out quickly and fastly with the Rams last year. So there might be some untapped talent worth looking at, maybe for a tryout. But it is a bit odd that a young player who's shown talent is unsigned. One of those, maybe the NFL knows more than we do players. Kenyan Drake is a longtime vet who had a couple decent years with the Cardinals, half year with the Cardinals, I suppose, almost 1,000 yards in 2020. Raiders paid him big bucks, part of the John Gruden disaster run, and then they fired him because it was bad, and they cut him, and it was kind of a bit of a mess from that perspective. So Drake's noteworthy, but is he better than Ronald Jones? Maybe, but I'm not convinced at that front. What is better is Roan than whatever shirt you're wearing right now, I promise you. The Commuter Collection gets you straight through any workday and into whatever comes next. From drinks to just driving home to lounging on the couch to golf. I'm a big golf guy myself. This is an awesome golf pole that I can wear out there. They offer quarter zips, pants, dress shirts, polos. You will not find a more flexible and comfortable set of products than Roan. You never have to worry about what to wear anymore, thanks to Roan. And they're giving you 20% off your order when you go to roan.com/chatsports and use promo code chatsports. Their 4-way stretch fabric provides breathability, flexibility, has wrinkle release technology, so as you wear it, the wrinkles actually disappear. And they've got Gold Fusion anti-odor technology to help keep you smelling fresh as well. So head to roan.com/chatsports and use promo code chatsports for 20% off your order today. That's RHONE.com/chatsports with code chatsports for 20% off your order. Find your corner office comfort with Roan today. Okay, you knew DeAndre Hopkins was going to be on here, and not just because of the thumbnail, I'm sure. The Cowboys have the cap space. Allegedly, Hopkins wants the Odell Beckham deal, $15 million. They can make that work, no problem. But being able to and wanting and choosing to are very different things. Hopkins' numbers have declined. The Cowboys have Brandon Cooks. That was their big wide receiver splash via trade. They're banking on a Michael Gallup redemption year. They think that Fehoko and or Tolbert can emerge, or somebody else even, as wide receiver 4. And that foursome of Lamb, Cooks, Gallup, and Hopkins would be elite, be the best one maybe in the NFL, but you're only going to play 3 receivers most of the time. That means someone's not playing. Someone's not happy. Someone's not helping on special teams because these guys aren't special teamers. So, barring injury, I don't think this is going to happen. I will make note, however, if you hadn't had Cooks, we had all been clamoring for Hopkins, especially right now. So name a free agent. Any player, got a long list of names still to come here, folks. But name a free agent who you guys want the Dallas Cowboys to sign. Drop that player name or names in the comments. We'll add some more wide receivers to our tally here. T.Y. Hilton, the Cowboys legend. Jarvis Landry, Kenny Golladay, and Julio Jones. 4 veterans who don't have much left in the tank. Again, this kind of probably fits more into the July signing, especially if there's an injury. But Hilton we will always have the Eagles' third down catch. And beyond that, there really wasn't that much for Hilton. I don't know how much he really has left. Jarvis Landry is a slot only who has really regressed in recent years. Kenny Golladay can't stay healthy. Can't get on the field for a bad Giants receiving core. Julio Jones, always linked to Dallas somehow, some way, was bad in Tampa. And that should raise some red flags. Now, we are 225 subs away from 156,000. Thank you all who have already subbed to us here at the Cowboys Report. And if there's Cowboys news, if there's a signing, we will have a video for you, I promise. So hit that sub button right now. To the offensive line we go. I actually feel pretty solid, all things considered, about most of the tackle spots. Between Tyler Smith and Tyron Smith and Terrence Steele and Matt Lutzko, they should be fine. Center's in good shape. It's left guard. Left guard is still I don't know about that spot. So 3 names, maybe 2 of which make some sense. Dalton Risner, Trai Turner, and Andrew Norwell. Risner stands out to me. I'd sign him right now. I know he had a down year last year. There were incidents on the sideline, pushing the other quarterback, but Denver was a dumpster fire last year. It was a mess. Coaching was bad. Nothing was in sync. I've seen Risner play good football, and at this stage, I could get him for 1 year, $3 or $4 million. And I would feel a lot better about somebody in that left guard room emerging. Now, Trai Turner, we talked about him in previous shows, years ago, really, or a year ago. Played for the Commanders last year at right guard. He was not that good. And the Commanders are shuffling their entire guard system around with Andrew Norwell. Is going to be released at some point. Now, he has to clear a medical as a right elbow injury that's been lingering for him. I was told he doesn't have much left in the tank. It's June, so your options are very limited, but I think Norwell and especially Risner do stand out to me as potential fits. Now, at some point, this Cowboys team will sign a kicker. Could be from the XFL, from the USFL, could be via trade for a late day 3 pick, probably a 7th rounder. 4 kickers we've mentioned in the past on the show. Brett Maher could always come back. Robbie Gould's leg strength is a concern for teams. Mason Crosby has been super inconsistent. Ryan Succop has been up and down. And I would keep an eye on Nick Folk. He's not been cut yet by the Patriots, but they drafted a kicker pretty early in this year's draft. So shoot your shot for me. Who do you think will end up being the Cowboys kicker in 2023? Drop that player name if you can come up with one. If you want to get weird and put like Micah, that's fine too. But sound off in the comment section. To the linebacking room we go now. Leighton Vander Esch and Damone Clark are the starters, the assumed starters. Then there's Overshown, Jabril Cox, Devin Harper, maybe even Isaiah Land. That's probably fine right now, but in the event Vander Esch goes down, knock on wood that does not happen, Clark over, that's dicey. So 4 veterans who are available: Myles Jack, Rashaan Evans, Deion Jones, and Zach Cunningham. All 2 of them put up big-time numbers this past year. Myles Jack, Rashaan Evans, super high tackle numbers. Evans and Jack have struggled in coverage. You don't see, you go 159 tackles. That dude's available. Yeah, it's a great example of tackle numbers being deceptive. Sometimes a very high tackle number just means he got cooked in coverage. Deion Jones knows Dan Quinn, so that could always be a reunion there. And Cunningham's battled injuries. He also had the same high tackle numbers, iffy in coverage. Those are 4 solid veteran linebackers if the Cowboys want to go that route.